Hello, and welcome to Writing Tips with Rachel. Today I'm sharing my best tips on writing for children and why it's such a rewarding age group. Not everyone believes that writing for children and young people is a real kind of writing. They mistakenly believe it's easier, that it doesn't take as long. I write all kinds of genres and for all different age groups, and I will say the hardest books to write are the ones for young people. They're also my favorite, because they're the books that turn young people into lifelong readers. And as Linda Sue Park says, we get to write the books that people remember their whole lives. What an honor. And also, that's a lot of pressure. Kids read books over and over again. Adults rarely read books more than once, with the exception of a few favorites. Who has the time? But children's book writers get to write the stories that shape the experience of our readers. In early childhood, they're just learning what the world looks like. In adolescence, they're developing their sense of self in relation to family and friends. In the teen years, they're trying on different selves, trying to figure out who they want to be and where they want to go and what they want to do in their lives and futures. Or they're just trying to navigate new experiences like romantic relationships and first jobs. We get to guide them through that as storytellers. What a privilege to be part of that journey. Those are only some of the reasons I write for young people. If you're interested in writing for this age group, here are my best tips. Number 1, don't be overly preachy or pedantic. If there is a lesson or theme we want to get across in our book, it does no good to make it overt. If it's something that organically fits into the story, great. If not, take your lesson elsewhere. There are things characters can come to understand or work out in the book at the same time readers come to understand and work it out. But hitting a reader over the head with a theme or lesson does no one any favors. Get it out of your system on your first draft, and then pull back. Number 2, humor goes a long way. Kids love funny situations, funny characters, funny ways of saying something. Even if we're writing about a serious topic, it helps to have moments of humor to diffuse the emotion and tension around that serious topic. Kids remember stories that make them laugh and also make them feel. And don't go for the easy humor, though they do love potty humor and fart jokes. Try some more sophisticated humor too. Things like irony and hyperbole and understatement and, one of my favorites, sarcasm. If you're good at descriptions, try a funny slapstick bit. Number 3, don't underestimate the power of what you don't say. When I wrote my first story for young people, it was a novel in verse. It was way too long, and I was tasked with cutting about 10,000 words from it. This was really hard, at least until I considered that some of what I was saying, kids would get anyway. They're a lot smarter than we think. Reading is a partnership. Authors don't have to spell everything out for our readers. We can leave white space for the imagination to fill in the blanks. It's like poetry that way. Interpretation is up to who's reading the story. Number 4, write the book with as many words as it needs. There are a lot of people calling for shorter books for young people, and I get this. Some kids don't have the attention span to sit and read a 400-page book, but lots of them still do. So I believe we need both. Yes, keep writing shorter stories, and yes, keep writing the longer ones too. We need both. There are some kids, I'm a mom to a few of them, who love piling up super thick books and saying, I'm going to read these in a week. We want those kinds of readers, and if we don't have books for them, where will they go? I believe that as writers, we shouldn't worry about word count, especially in the drafting stages. Once we're ready for revision, we can assess whether we've used too many words for the story. And sometimes we have. Sometimes we need to revisit the power of what we don't say and cut. But use as many words as need to be used to tell your story the best way you can. It will find a reader. Number 5, don't be afraid of reality or hard topics. Roald Dahl once said, never shelter children from the world. Young people are living hard lives. It's important for them to see stories that show them they're not alone, that they are capable of enduring, and that they are seen and loved and valuable to the world. Not every story ties up neatly in a bow. A hallmark of literature for young people is that there is hope at the end. But that hope doesn't always look like a happy ending. And that's okay, because life rarely has happy endings. They have real endings. Writing these kinds of stories, real stories that touch on difficult topics, can be challenging, but they're also necessary. That's it for today's Writing Tips with Rachel. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I'd love to know any tips you might have on writing for children and young people. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for videos about books and life and more videos like this. And sign up for my newsletter at racheltolson.com for inspiration, book recommendations, news, and writing prompts. Stay strong, and see you next time.